Thy kingdom come. Hey guys, what's up? Timzster here, and I'm back with not one, but two toy reviews that I've been waiting to do since I've been waiting for these two figures. Yes, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom has landed here in the Philippines. So these are starting to roll out, the toys based on this upcoming third installment of the War for Cybertron trilogy, and we're going to see that in Netflix soon. They already released Siege and they already released Earthrise. So in my hands are two very familiar leaders of two different factions seen in the 1996 animated series Beast Wars. Optimus Primal from the Maximals and Megatron. Yes, he shares the name Megatron with his ancestor from the Predacons, aka Monkey and T-Rex dinosaur. So, if you've seen the Godzilla versus King Kong trailer, or Godzilla vs. Kong, which is coming out this March, it's the season for a monkey to fight a T-Rex, and this should be a good time for me to do an unboxing of these two. I picked them up last weekend. Thank you, Babes Toys, for this. Babes Children's World. And here you can see the artwork to Kingdom. You see the Autobots and the Maximals mobilizing. Here you see the golden disc that was featured in the Beast Wars animated series. You see Dinobot there. And you see there's Megatron and Galvatron on top. And there's Unicron. Of course, the T-Rex or Beast Megatron. And the ship of Galvatron, or rather the Nemesis, the ship of the Decepticons, and the Ark, which crash landed on Earth, which of course set to the events of Transformers Generation 1. But if you've watched War for Cybertron, specifically Siege and Earthrise, they're doing a different take on the origin story of how the Transformers war in Cybertron came to Earth. And it involves the Beast Wars saga. So, if you watched Beast Wars, you know, of course, that the Maximals and Predacons actually hail from the future. And they traveled back to the prehistoric past of Earth. And they get to see the dormant bodies of the Transformers lying in stasis inside the Ark. But we don't know what's going to happen in Kingdom. We have to wait for the animated series. But so far, now we're getting toys based on Kingdom. And we have these two. Voyager class Optimus Primal and Leader class Megatron. So that's what's going to be coming up next. I'll be starting with Optimus Primal. So that's what I'm going to be opening first. So before we open Primal, I just want to give you guys an overview of the packaging. Here they are, unopened, Primal and Megatron. So here's Optimus Primal. He's Voyager class. You can see his gorilla mode, ape mode, and there's his robot form. Of course, he looks like his ancestor, Optimus Prime, but with a mouthpiece. And there behind him is the Ark. Yeah, still remember when Beast Wars first came out and they were promoting this. I went to Toys R Us in Hong Kong. They just had the toys, but this was sold out along with Megatron. They only had Cheetor and the other secondary characters, Dinobot and Waspinator, guys like that. So here's the packaging of Optimus Primal in the back, and you can see he has 22 steps in order to turn him into his beast mode. This is robot mode with double swords. Okay, that looks great. Here we have Megatron. Yes, that's his catchphrase. And then there's his dinosaur mode, his T-Rex mode, and there's his robot mode. Looking very sinister. So in the back, let's see. Much like Primal, there's his robot mode and there's his T-Rex mode. And they're both characters. Really great. I'm going to be opening Primal first. So let's get to it. Here we go. Optimus Primal. Maximize. Opening the box. Get him out. There we go. There's Optimus Primal held on a string in the waist. There are strings here to hold the swords in place. And there is your toy, which we gotta open, and I'm sure this is a trading card of sorts stuck here. Yeah, nice. They have trading cards, which weren't present in the Earthrise toys, but anyway, I'll be opening that. And behind the toy, we have an instruction manual on how to transform Optimus Primal. There you go. You can see it's a process that kids have to learn before you tinker around with it in order to change him into ape mode, monkey mode. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Looking really great, Primal. Let's get him out of the strings and see how he looks opened. Coming up next. And here he is in robot mode. Optimus Primal. Complete with his double blades. This is a pretty cool toy. Detailing just looks like he pops straight out of the show. The engineering Hasbro and Takara Tomy incorporate into their Transformer toys nowadays is pretty good. It's near masterpiece class. So, with the exception of the fact that it's plastic and not really die cast, this is great. And if you compare him to his ancestor, Optimus Prime, right here, Prime is a bit taller, but you have both leaders right there. Looking great. Now, I'm gonna turn this guy into his beast mode, his gorilla mode. That's coming up next, but I just wanted to show you guys. You can turn his head, of course, and you can move these down. I guess this is the hilts of his blades, which he is using right now. Of course, he has articulation in the knees and legs, arms, of course, hand. You can insert the sword, and it's a bit tight, the joints, which I like. You can open the palm like this. So let's see. There you go. So next up, I am going to turn him into this. It's gonna take a while, but let's see how he looks. I neglected to mention that you can store the blades in the back. There are slots here. There you go. So, like so, you can use the blade and store it. So it looks like that. And he has blasters in his forearms. So, with a button here, you can exit that, push it to reveal the blaster. There. His arm cannon. So this monkey has some tricks up his sleeve. There we go. Looking great, Primal. Looking great. Let's transform him into beast mode. Maximize! Just to show you guys, I'm in the process of transforming Primal into his beast mode. So this is a step-by-step process we gotta follow and do carefully. Can't wait. Can't wait. Okay, this is pretty cool. There, you can lift that and switch around the monkey head. There he is. Turn it around. And yeah. Almost there. There we go. This is really cool. We'll complete them soon. So after going through the steps, ooga booga booga! Optimus Primal in beast mode, ape mode, gorilla mode. Yes, I transformed him into this. Maximize. So they look great. Both leaders of the good guys. We have Primal in beast mode and Optimus Prime of the Autobots. And Maximals. Joining forces. Great. This is a good toy. Honestly, I have to say. I like the gorilla mode. Just be careful with the joints, guys. And when you transform this, be sure to watch out that the paint doesn't scratch when it hits this thing. Really, really good. I like the engineering on this. Look at that face. I mean, how far have toys come along to make this look seamless? Almost. It's a great Optimus Primal toy. I could leave it like this or in robot mode. But you guys decide when you get this figure. But absolutely worth it. This is Optimus Primal after all. And as a descendant of Optimus Prime, yeah, both command respect. This is a great toy. Okay, next up, we're going to review, yes, Megatron. Let's go for it. Megatron. Terrorize. Well, there he is. Let's open him up. Man, he looks great. Megatron Leader Class. This is a huge toy. See if we can get him out. Yeah. It's heavy. Okay. Instruction manual. Of course. Where we gotta learn how to transform him from a Predacon to a beast. Which eventually becomes this. Yes. So much like Primal, curious, still tied up with strings, and I'm sure there's a trading card which we'll be taking a look at. Yeah, there it is. There's the trading card. I forgot to show the one that came with Optimus Primal. Here it is. And it's Dinobot, and it still says Predacon here. It's a huge leader class Megatron toy. And you can see why a lot of people are looking for him. Yes. Looking great. There's the T-Rex head. Very sinister looking. So now you can see why these guys are mortal enemies. But let's open up Megs first. Now I gotta say, just from the onset alone and unboxing this toy, Megatron is one badass looking Transformers toy. Huge and heavy. So much stuff to play around with. The tail arm and the T-Rex head arm, which is actually an energy cannon underneath. There we go. Detailing is great. Look at that head with the mini Predacon logo in his head. Look at those feet. And the back. I mean, just posing him like this, it's intimidating enough. As compared to, let's say, his sworn enemy, Optimus Primal, or better yet, his ancestor, the original Megatron. Just look at the size difference. Wow. I mean, you're the original Megatron, and I still like you, but this toy, my God, this is adorable. For Transformer collectors out there, they're gonna love this toy right there. That's why it's leader class, worth every penny, and we haven't even transformed yet Megatron into T-Rex mode, which will be coming up next. We're gonna be doing that. Yes, yes, and the card that comes with this toy is a Black Arachnia one. So I have two Predacon cards with me right now, Dinobot and Black Arachnia. I guess they're really telling collectors to collect the Kingdom series just to get those trading cards, but I'm just after specific toys. This is worth it, just from the robot mode alone, but we're gonna be transforming him into beast mode right now. Okay, I'm just having way too much fun comparing these two. Wow. Look at those two evil leaders. Predacons and Decepticons. There's Megatrons. Oh wow, this is such a great figure. Sorry, Megs. Original. This is a beast. A true beast. Now to turn him into a beast. This is quite the instruction manual to follow. But we're getting there. See, we're transforming him into a giant T-Rex. Challenging and heavy, but I like it. Yes. From this to this, literally a beast. Look at this Megatron. T-Rex mode. And the T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur. Look at that. Wow. Oh wow. Absolutely worth it. The engineering in this thing, it's not 100%. You can see the seams. But wow. And then of course energy cannon. Ah. And this is such a cool toy. Megatron. And here's the other Megatron who can ride on his back. Look at that. Oh my god. Evil. Personified. Decepticon and Predacon. Urgh. Look at that. Such a nice looking pair, aren't they? Nice. Oh wow, Megs and Megs supporting each other. Very, very nice. Of course, we're gonna put together this Prime and this Prime. There we go. Autobots, Decepticons, Maximals, and Predacons together. Two great Beast Wars interpretations. And of course, their G1 counterparts. All from War for Cybertron Trilogy. These Kingdom toys, absolutely worth it. I give it the thumbs up. And I can leave them in Beast mode. Wow. Overall, what do I gotta say about Godzilla vs. Kong? I mean, Megatron versus Optimus Primal? Excellent. And they look badass in their beast modes. You can also leave them in their robot modes as you saw, and they also look badass there. But since I already have Megatron and Optimus Prime in their robot forms, I think I'll leave these two as is. Anyway, I can play around with it. They're kid-friendly. And collectors will love the engineering that Hasbro and Takara Tomy put into these toys. Absolutely gorgeous. Especially Megatron. Beast Megatron. Wow. I love T-Rexes. And Optimus Primal. Big Monkey. Big Bot. Is just Prime. And yes. So, for Transformers collectors, I absolutely recommend these toys. And if you started out in your War for Cybertron journey, watch the series in Netflix. We'll be getting Kingdom later this year. These are must-haves, the leaders of both factions, Maximals and Predacons. Transform! Kingdom. And there you have it, guys. I got my Godzilla vs. Kong right here. Look at that. Beast Wars. Optimus Primal and Megatron. Absolutely worth it. I loved opening these toys. So if you're a Transformers collector, it's a must-have. Do get them at your nearest toy shop and department stores. They just released it. Looking great, and I can add them to my Transformers collection, which is growing. Of course, I have these guys right here. Let's fix them. Optimus Prime and Megatron, and Optimus Primal and Megatron. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, here at YouTube, Timzster. I'll be back with more toy reviews, games, and whatnot, whatever I can present here in the world of pop culture. And you can also follow me in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's Timzster. So, I'll be enjoying my Transformers toys right here. Absolutely worth it. Takara Tomy and Hasbro, you did a good job. Keep up the good work, and I hope to see more. More Beast Wars, more Transformers. Watch War for Cybertron and Netflix. There's Siege and Earthrise right now. We're waiting for Kingdom. That's coming in a few months. I'll catch you guys soon. Rah.